Hello everyone, I'm Duke James, this is Fez 3.0. Alright, so a viewer notified me that they asked me about parallelism, and it turns out everything I knew about parallelism was wrong. So if you got an understanding of parallelism from me, it's completely wrong. So I was thinking parallelism for some reason was, the number was how many buildings were being constructed. So if parallelism was one building was being constructed. But it's actually, parallelism is the amount of units, which, yeah, it literally says number of units on here, but I was just confused for some reason. So, that's why these buildings are taking forever. Because I would see on the Discord people with like level 6 amenities, and I was like, how did they get amenities that quickly? Yeah, it turns out everything I knew about it was wrong. I'm not actually sure how to change parallelism once it's set, except for building another building. So like Fez is building amenities. Right now it would take 42 years to build this with parallelism 1. So if I can set that to 10, that should make that 4 and some change years. The cost for that is higher labor cost, and you use up materials faster, so your materials will cost more. So it costs more to build the things, the infrastructure, but you get it faster. So in the case of Fez and Tlemcen, that's definitely worthwhile, because I believe these provinces, there are a lot of burghers dying. Yeah, Fez has 1,500 burghers dying a year, and Tlemcen has even more, 1,755 residents dying every year. So those are definitely some provinces that I want to get those built. And Tlemcen is building, they have parallelism 2, so it's actually going quicker than Fez because of that extra unit. You would think, or at least I would think, that I could go in here and go, okay, we're building amenities to rank 5. So I can go rank 5, maybe add an extra unit and prepare to construct, but you can't do that. So even though I'm changing the parallelism, I can't construct it because it says no province can construct the project. Even an additional unit doesn't allow you to update that, unfortunately. So the only way I know is to build something else in that province. So I think I'll just build irrigation, because this is a good province to actually build irrigation. Farmlands is max 65 ducats. Irrigation is only rank 2, so I'll go ahead and build irrigation rank 3. That's only 8 units that I would be building, so that's 1 year. So in 5 years, both of those should be done then. Costs about 200 ducats, and parallelism is now at 10. So that should take 5 years to build both of those buildings. Irrigation in Tlemcen is rank 4. It makes 131 ducats from farmland in Tlemcen. Let's see what getting that to 5, rank 5 irrigation would cost. This would probably take a couple years compared to Fez. 25 units, so 26 units to 2.5-ish years. The amenities is also less by 8, so 634 ducats. Alright. So this will take 6 years, and Fez will take 5 years. Actually, notice there's some provinces, I think this province has parallelism 0, which I didn't even know that was possible. I don't know how that province has parallelism 0 when you can't even select 0. So I'm not sure how that happened. And I'm also not sure how long this was like this. Doing irrigation. I think garrisons is actually a cheap thing to build up, so I'll put garrisons at rank 3 in this province. 372 ducats. This is actually surprisingly a decent province because it is a dominant center of trade. Garrisons give local unrest, some fort level, and hostile movement speed. I don't really build garrisons because it's something that the AI will build. And I think after garrison rank 1, you don't get additional fort levels, so for me it's not a huge priority to build past rank 1. Let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, and parallelism is 10. I don't want to start putting everything rank 10 because I'm building a lot of infrastructure. I'll check it out and look and see what is lower over time, but I'm going to see how much that costs for these couple provinces that I've done to have them at parallelism 10. See how much additional cost that is. We make 134 ducats with a decent treasury, so. And that was Tomas Miranda that brought that to my attention, so thank you, Tomas, for that. Alright, we are fighting Majapahit. I moved some troops over here to get that island. I want this area. So in order to take that stuff, I'm going to need about 4 forts. All of these provinces is what I want. That and Singapore. That's 107 aggressive expansion, but it only adds Pagaruyung, Galicia, and France to a coalition. France, I'm probably going to have in a coalition for the rest of the campaign. And this is Pagaruyung, and then obviously Galicia. That's fine. But taking this entire island will cut these guys off from here, so that'll also eliminate a lot of their vassals. I have a problem with my throat. Alright, also I did some investments in Africa for farmland. That's what that was. Because right now I'm fighting down here, here, and here. I have territories in all of those places, so taking all of these territories will eliminate this. And give me a nice base in the Malacca Strait. I'll be able to take some of those light ships off of there. I just have to make sure I keep these forts. That is a fort level 6, so I'm not going to be able to siege that. Fort level 4, fort level 3, fort level 4. If I fight here, it's going to be a lot of troops moving into there. Combat with negative 30%, dice roll for attacker, negative 1. Alright, well that was actually pretty good. Let's go over here then. What is this? That is jungle, so that's even worse for them. Alright, that's what I didn't want to have happen. Okay, so they took that territory back. Where are they going? Looks like they're going to split up. Alright, they're locked over there. I'll fight over here. So I'm not going to be able to take this with these troops. Can't build mercs. Let's go ahead and send these troops over. And then these guys over here are only allied with Akpa, so I'm going to go ahead and fight them and have Egba and Oyo fight those battles. They should be able to handle them. These guys are suppressing here, these provinces that we just conquered. These guys, Manika and Kilwa, have 50,000 troops. So I have 50,000 vassal troops over here, 34,000 vassal troops over here. 11,000 vassal troops in Iberia. I think I'm going to build up 30 to 35,000 troops over here to continue fighting because Aragon is allied with Austria. Austria has a lot of troops. France has a lot of troops, so I think 35,000 would be good. 40,000 would be better because then I could split it into two 20k stacks. And then in the New World, Fezian, Mexico has 62,000 troops. 62,000 troops. New Fez has 25,000 troops. Peru has 31,000 troops. So that's more than 100,000 troops over there. Total, we have over 300,000 troops. This is with no allies, just me and my vassals and colonial nations. We've got significant troops around the world. I'm doing a claim for this area, so I can start, I can conquer this area, which I think... I at least want a province in the Levant. I think I'm going to conquer up to just Al-Qud's territory, this area. And then I'll also have Jerusalem. And that'll probably be the extent for the expansion here. I might take Cyprus. I'm going to finish off Crete. Take these islands, take these islands, take the rest of Iberia. Take Indonesia. Alright, so I'm going to move these guys back. If I lose this territory, I don't think it's that bad. Portugal is landing troops over here. I think I'm going to need to take all of these provinces, actually. Not just the forts. So I should start on that. Portugal's probably going to get wiped out. My stability is going to 1, which is just in time for me to get the reform. When it comes back. Alright, New England separatists. New English separatists rising in the Caribbean. Okay. I don't know about that. Okay, so I did finish off standing armies. So the only thing I need then to do this is obviously stability 1, which should happen soon, and then 200 mil power to formalize military administration. And then 200 mil power to expand service infrastructure as well. But I have to do formalize military administration first. After I do this one, I should get a bunch of manpower, hopefully. That's the idea. Hopefully my stability can stay before then. It's increasing a little bit, about 9.5% away. Alright, so take all of these provinces, get rid of these troops. Send an expedition to West Africa. Where do I want to go now? There's one province here. There's a province here. Let's go back to Europe. Let's go... I'm going to try to block people out from here. So I'm going to send back to California. Because nobody's over here yet, so I could block everybody out. Not that it's a huge... See, it's not a huge priority, because I can always just take the territory. And there's a lot of provinces over here. So I'll send that one. I'll probably go back to over here. The other thing is it's a gamble because most of the countries over here are fine on Miltech enough to the point where I can't take stuff from them. Combine these troops. Yeah, they're taking those provinces down there. That's fine. Oh, our ruler died. We actually got a 235, which isn't bad. Our heir is a 403. I went through a bunch of heirs there. I don't want to lose stability, so I'll just continue with the current leadership. Let's take this fort. Bubonic Plague has spawned in China. Hopefully that decimates Han. Alright, let's piece out these guys. I can take that. They're ducats. I could actually eliminate these guys as well. Would only be 2 aggressive expansion. Might as well do that. Don't think my vassals are going to be able to go over there because there's no land bridge to get there. So I'll send some troops from Central Africa. Can only get a claim on the Sinai Peninsula. And then I am annexing Egba. I might annex Oyo next. It's Oyo or Kilwa, I'm thinking. One of those two. I like the idea of annexing Oyo because I want to build stuff down there in their provinces. Alright, come on guys. Don't make me capture Singapore. Oh, they're actually not going to make me capture Singapore. I just don't have the war score. Let's take the rest of the provinces over here. Alright, well that's going on. They're walking over there. There's 3 forts right here. Let's start coring that. Throw it in the trade company. Oh, I have a Regency Council now. Forgot about that, yeah. Can't declare war with the Regency Council. So that's what, 3 years? I think this is the 2nd Regency Council I've had. That's because you can't have wives. Well, you have wives, but, yeah. Where does it say? It's up here, okay. Yeah, it's about 2.5 years. Alright. Okay, so let's send these troops. Down here. It is a show superiority war. Perfect. They will accept now. Just France and Pagaruyung would join. Having them end their vassals, cancel subjects, would not cost any dip. So if I could get them to break their vassals over here, I could conquer that island. At the very least, I can fight these 20,000 troops. Let's send an expedition to... Let's actually send those guys to explore. I'm going to send the expedition to Indonesia, this area. And they just ran. That's very cowardly. Alright, once you cancel them and... I don't really care about Siak, because I'm conquering most of their territory anyway. If I take one of these territories, then I can border Kutai. That'll make conquering them a little bit easier. Alright, and we finished a couple colonies. Looks like another colony is about to finish as well, so I'm going to send a colonist to... Actually, I have to find a colonist first. Let's recall that colonist. I'm going to send one over here and start colonizing this area. Let's colonize that province. They're not going to explore until we're out of war, I believe. Have those guys land. Okay, this is just a free nation right there. Brunei is a vassal. These guys are a vassal. Kutai is a vassal. Might just be able to take their territory over here. Kutais, that would save me. That'd save me some time. Yeah, because these provinces aren't particularly high aggressive expansion. Khmer would join. That's 5 aggressive expansion for these 5 provinces over here. And one of them actually has 14 development. That's no aggressive expansion for this province. And I'm fairly certain that's because these guys are Hindu. So nobody cares about Hindu countries over here. I'm just thinking now, if I take this area, I'm going to have my troops over here suppressing revolts. And if I take this area... So I don't want that, because I don't want another revolt down there. Or potential revolt down there. Alright, I'm gonna try for this, then. Alright, that siege lasted 2 days. I've captured a light ship and a galley. Let's delete that galley. The light ship can get upgraded or deleted, because I'm not sure I actually need that. Let's bring these guys back over here. Alright, stability is now decreasing 1.5%. I think I'm gonna have to wait until I can do the tax relief again, which is actually at the start of next year, so only a couple months, so I should be able to do the reform when that happens. Alright, investment. I'm not sure how they can really do more investment in Africa, North Africa. I guess industrial investment, academic investment never ends. Agricultural investment should eventually end because it gets capped. Like, they're doing investment in Tunis in agriculture, 15 ducats. The farmlands in Tunis is max. So where's that money going? Oh no, okay, they did that. That makes sense. 1605 was the investment year, so they're not actually doing any. That's good, okay. I was thinking they were just putting ducats in there, thinking that it wasn't max, but that's last investment was 1605, so that's good. Yeah, and the last investment in farmlands in this province was 1593, so 12 years earlier. Yolov, Siberia. Kairouan. Any Sicilian provinces? Or Cairo? I'm just looking at the top, not even looking at the money. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned this. If you can't read that, it says, you should not have come here, human. Why do you... I can hardly even read it. Why do you cross through my domain? And then he says, I was on my way to the kitchen for a snack and I got lost. And the demon says, you ended up in the 12th plane of torment on your way to the kitchen. And he says, I'm not a clever man. Yeah, so that is definitely not the final image there, in case you were wondering about that. Just a placeholder. Cartagena. Alright, no Sicilian investment. Actually did some Sicilian investment, I think industrial investment. There's a lot of, or a decent amount of residents in these provinces. On the Sicilian provinces. It's a lot of pop-ups right there. And since I have a Regency Council, I might as well stay in this and grab as much territory as I can. So that eliminates this little area right there. You know what? Give me that. I'm not occupying any forts in the area. There are no forts in the area. I'm gonna have to land them on Brunei. Expedition to Indonesia lost at sea. I really want to send them to this area, Papua New Guinea. But I don't think I see that. The other thing I just realized is Champa is in this war, so I can actually grab... I could start a foothold in Cochin, China. Because these aren't particularly high development provinces. That's what, 24 development between the three of them. And they're actually allied with Orissa, so that would actually save me a little bit of time. Save me a little bit of effort. These guys are going to die. But they're mercs. So it doesn't really matter. Alright, so in that case I have to actually take this province. So take off a couple provinces over there. Hopefully I can grab that before... Alright, actually Pasai should be able to grab it. I don't even know how they got over there. They must have walked. Hey, take that province. You're right there. Plus, I can land. Okay, so... should be able to do this commoner interaction again. Stability 1, perfect. We can now formalize military administration because we have 354 mil power. So that will give... let's check this out. That's actually not a privilege, that is a right. So military organization 2, which we have right now, gives 2.5% noble gravity. Enables feudal levy, 35% times noble property base manpower from peasantry subject to feudal dues, 35% bureau property base manpower from peasantry, plus 40% noble investment in feudal levies, enables volunteers via bureau menu, I guess. Hybrid military rank 3 would give negative 2.5% noble gravity, so it would go down to 0% noble gravity. Negative 15% noble property, negative 50% bureau property, negative 20% noble investment. So that actually weakens, I think it weakens our military. Makes them angry, which is negative 40 noble loyalty, negative 3 hierarchy, negative 40 relations between the aristocrats and the state, negative 50% progress towards stability. Stability increase interval of 50%. Everybody else is indifferent. Yeah, so there's now no noble gravity from that. 20% noble property, base manpower. So it's going to reduce our base manpower. And it also reduces noble investment into feudal levies. But we can now do this one when we have the option to do it once that reform ends and the nobility hate us, but I can go ahead and yield concessions to ancient liberties, disown an unpopular relative, grant special commissions to loyalists, and if I wanted to arrange a strategic marriage, which gives them a little bit of influence. Their influence is 23 and dropping. That also gives them power. So their power is actually decreasing 0.06 a year. So I'm going to hold off on that. Our manpower right now is 78,579. Let's split these troops. That requires more than 100% war score. I cannot make it a core. Alright, it must be too far away. Alright, then we'll take these provinces then. Back to the original plan. Khmer, Pagaruyung, and France would join coalition. Can't really take anything else except this one province, so leave it at that, and that's good. That should be a decent amount of rebellions in the future. So it's a lot of provinces. That eliminates at least 3 countries over here. And I can't do anything now because of that Regency Council. So I'm going to end this part here and probably wait for that Regency Council to end, and then I'll continue conquering. And then I'll probably look at my provinces again, see what's building. Looks like the irrigation rank 3 was built in Fez. So much faster now. Looks like amenities wasn't touched in Tlemcen. I think it's building irrigation first. This was 60, I believe. And it's not 52, so 8 units were built. Sibilia now has harborage, parallelism 0. Okay, you know what I think is happening? I think with parallelism being 0 is when the estates build stuff, because I wasn't building a harborage. I don't believe I was building a harborage in Sibilia. So that would have been the estates. So when the estates build, parallelism is 0, which means that it never gets built if the estates build it. So I have to look. I think that's what happened down here in this province. So I'll go ahead and check that out, look at my provinces, and go from there. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.